While strongly condemning Islamophobic incidents, including last month's shooting of 3 Palestinian American students in Vermont, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer last week decried how Hamas's terrorist attack in Israel 2 months ago has led to a sudden spike in anti-Semitism in the United States.
In general, Jewish Americans represent 2% of the U.S. population. Yet, we are the targets of 55% of all religion-based hate crimes recorded by the FBI. The Anti-Defamation League estimates that anti-Semitic incidents have increased nearly 300% since October 7th.
The White House this week condemned a December 3rd pro-Palestinian rally outside an Israeli-American-owned falafel restaurant in Philadelphia, where protesters chanted slogans alleging genocide. Pennsylvania's Governor Josh Shapiro reposted a video of the incident on X, formerly known as Twitter, that VOA cannot independently verify. And the Anti-Defamation League found that nearly 3 in 4 Jewish college students reported experiencing anti-Semitism in a recent survey. On Tuesday, the presidents of 3 private U.S. universities testified before Congress about the gravity of the problem and their efforts to keep students safe.
We have increased security measures, expanded reporting channels, and augmented counseling, mental health, and support services.
Where we have identified individuals who have committed these acts in violation of either policy or law, we initiate disciplinary proceedings and engage law enforcement.
We have launched an MIT-wide effort called Standing Together Against Hate. It will emphasize both education and community building, especially in our residence halls. In addition to fighting anti-Semitism, it will address Islamophobia, also on the rise and also underreported.
George Mason University's Paul Olvin says the school has seen almost weekly protests on campus related to the Israel-Hamas war.
Our faculty are providing teach-ins and colloquia that people are invited to learn more and better understand the context of what's happening on the other side of the world, and hopefully to bring better understanding and civil discourse to this.
Several George Mason students told VOA they favor freedom of expression in universities with certain limits.
As long as they're not explicitly calling for the bombing of Gaza or the removal of Israeli civilians, I'm all for it.
If you have negative views about a certain population, I would technically prefer if those views just kept to yourself.
My freedom of expression cannot interfere with your freedom of expression. My view cannot be more valued than your view. We all need to be able to talk and express our views peacefully.
If people are starting to call each other slurs and being racist, anti-Semitic, Islamophobic, that's where you draw the line.
The students also say whether tensions rise or fall on college campuses across the United States greatly depends on how the situation in the Middle East evolves. Veronica Balderas Iglesias, VOA News, Fairfax, Virginia.